now both player is steadying up there, opening up, and going to the first turn.
He has to pass
yeah,
upon here, starting
pass
us off.
on.
Starting us off with the basil here. Luca is going to do something similar. It is both going to be basil.
Basil mirror.
Yeah, basil mirrors. But hey, whilst these players are doing pretty much the standard turns, right, let's go through the list just a little bit, right? So I think for the side of Pasapon, his list is actually quite interesting. It is very much teched out to beat dogs, right? You've got stuff like the Bell Accomplished Mystic, right, which allows you to shift up to 3 damage counters over to your opponent, over to any character, right? You've got stuff like the Demona Betrayer of Clan, as well as Swordplay. So Swordplay, not a card often seen in Blurple, but you are able to give one of your characters +3 Challenger for that turn. So incredibly teched out for the Dog's Mirror. Anything that you'd like to call out for Luca?
I mean, like, Luca plays the 2 into the unknown, which is we actually like play 3 into the unknown, right?
Yeah, so I think it's quite interesting because Luca here is choosing to do a 4-2 split of Let It Go and 2 into the Unknown. So you called it exactly correct here. Pasapon, on the other hand, is opting to play more into the Unknown and less Let It Go. So once again, more teched out for the dogs matchup.
Player.
Yeah, that's right. So 4 into the Unknown, knowing that the dogs are going to be going to be questing there, right? And not gonna, opting to play less Let It Goes. I mean, in the Blurple Mirror, I feel like Luca's list is a little bit more favored here, but we are gonna see how it's going to work out for Pasapon. Pasapon does start us off first, right? Is starting first, so he is on the play, manages to get to his Genie first, manages to get to his Tipo, as well. Is going to start us off by questing Tipo.
Yeah, and I want to point out the point that so many people, build the deck for the dogs. I mean, like, maybe that's why dog disappeared now.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, these dogs had a huge target on their backs, right?
Yeah.
I think everyone here who was planning on going for a deep run was specifically teching in against dogs, and because dogs has won the past 2 DLCs, right? So I think it is understandable.
Yeah, you have to show the respect, right?
Yeah, that's right. You do have to show the respect. You do have to plan how you're going to play against the dog's deck, right? So here, Luca is having very similar chance. I mean, this is called the mirror for a reason.
Yeah, just mirror, definitely mirror. Basil into Tipo into Genie.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Basil into Tipo into Genie is exactly what both these players are doing. Now, I wonder if Pasapon is going to have his Elsa, the 5th Spirit, to kind of break this chain. Elsa is what is going to start the chain off, but no, plays the Iago instead. Iago is an evasive so 4-cost evasive with the keyword Vanish as well. So if Luca here is able to target it with any kind of action card, it's going to get banished immediately.
Yeah, and let's see if Luca plays Elsa, the 5th Spirit here is like, I don't know if it's feeling good or not, because you play the Elsa and you exert 1, but the Iago can actually punish you. And now Luca's playing the Hades, looking for the deal, and now Pasapon say you can draw. I won't let the Iago go.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that is a wise choice. You want to match board for board, and this is exactly what Pasapon is doing. He is going to be playing that Dumbo as well. Dumbo going to be giving its breaking records basically ability over to Iago. Iago is going to be exerting. You exert a character, you pay an ink, you draw a card, you gain a lore. It's just that simple.
Yeah, get the resources in the mirror match is such an important thing to do, right?
Yeah, I do want to call out the fact that it's interesting to note that Pasapon's swordplay can actually be used against Iago from Luca, right? So if Luca plays the Iago, the swordplay can actually be targeted onto the opponent's Iago, and you can just kind of vanish it from there.
Yeah, for sure. And now Pasapon has a wider board than Luca because he's going first, right? And yeah, and now Lucas, let's see how Luca deal with the Pasapon's board.
Yeah, I mean, both players would love to see the Elsa's, the 5th Spirit here.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
It's going to be a very, very impactful way for you to kind of break open the board. Pasapon a little bit more on the aggressive side is starting to quest with his genies, starting to quest with the Iago. I mean, Luca could quite easily punish Pasapon here if he goes quest Basil, genie, swing into opponent's genie, but it will also leave his Basil wide open.
Yeah, if Luca can play Demonas here, does it like feeling good for him? I don't really know because there's Iago on Pasapon's side, and you don't even want to swing into Iago because it's at such a big body, and now Basil is giving Genie some power, and Genie swing into Pasapon's Genie, banish it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're going to be singing into the unknown as well. So that is going to be the break of the board that we were talking about here. Pasapon losing his Genie, losing his Iago is definitely going to be hurt. Definitely going to hurt. Luca as well has the combo of Cheshire Cat, shifting 2 damage counters over to the side of Pasapon here. Pasapon is a little bit on the back foot, loses half of his board in just a blink of an eye. The Basil is gone. The Genie is gone. The Iago is also gone.
I mean, like, it's definitely a big turn for Luca, right? The Genie's gone, the Basil's gone, and the Iago's gone. All the good character, the evasive character is gone on Pasapon's field.
Yeah, and now Luca is just going to be able to run scot-free. His Genie is looking great here. We are going to, first of all, start things off with Pasapon trading his Tipo into Luca's Basil here. So, I mean, what else does Pasapon have? I mean, he needs to start doing something.
Yeah.
He is currently at 7 ink, so that means if he has the Hades Infernal Schemer here, he could trigger that onto the Genie here, so that you just get rid of the evasives on Luca's side of the field as well. The longer you leave Genie on the field, the longer it's gonna give so much value to Luca.
Yeah, and Elsa, the 5th Spirit, will also be nice here to play with the Into the Unknown, get rid of the Cheshire Cat, which means a lot when you exchanging your character like one turn and one turn and one turn, right?
Yeah, for sure here. And we are going to see a double trade of the Elsa as well as the Dumbo into Luca's Genie. So now Pasapon is winning the evasive war there. But I do want to make the call out that Into the Unknown did send Cheshire Cat together with its boosted card into the Inkwell. So you are also kind of accelerating Luca ahead. You're kind of matching ink for ink at this point. Luca, inking the Let It Go here. Going to be boosting to Cheshire Cat. Going to be banishing the Dumbo, not wanting to give Pasapon any way to start gaining resources for free here. So I think those are very wise moves by Luca.
Yeah, for sure. And you guess what? You get rid of my Cheshire Cat, and now I play another one. And also the Dumbo is taking out in this spot is not really good information for Pasapon because, the cards on his hand is not that much for him.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Pasapon is having a lack of resources in his hand currently. The Dumbo was probably his way out. But, I mean, Pasapon, I think, did make the right move there, did make the right call to just get rid of the Genie. Not expecting to see yet another Cheshire Cat for the side of Luca, right? So we are, first of all, going to start things off by getting rid of that Tipo. We are going to be playing that Bell Accomplished Mystic to shift whatever damage was on the Elsa to the Basil. And right now, it's over to Luca. Luca now has the initiative.
Yeah, both players keep answering opponent's board, and now they're going to the top deck, and Luca draw the guidebook, which means a lot of resource for him. It means a lot.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, look, it's basically Friends from the Other Side post-rotation, right? You can't sing the song, but you can just draw cards, right? It is a very, very interesting card that was printed in Whispers in the Well, right? For 2 costs, you're basically playing for an item that you can choose to trigger at any point in time. If you think you want to play around Demonas, right? You don't trigger it first, right? You let it sit there, you let it kind of fester, and then after you play the Demona, you can pop the Woodchuck Guidebook, so you can draw instead of 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, definitely one of the best cards that Luca can get on his top deck. But what the card he draws is like Royal Guard and Basil, which is not really want to see in this spot, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, generally, right, as a Blurple player, you would be top decking really, really valuable cards. But Basil, as well as the Royal Guard, is not it. But here we are going to see Demona come out. Demona, Scourge of the Wyvern Clan, is going to be exerting all of Luca's board right here. but now, Elsa as well as Belle can start swinging. We are going to be getting rid of that Cheshire Cat first. Banishing the cat as well as the Tipo. There is 3 damage counters on the side of the Belle. I do want to see if Pasapon has a way to shift that damage counter. Just away from Luca. Now we're going to get rid of that Basil from Luca's side of the field. Elsa doing a lot of work here, but that still leaves Luca's Royal Guard, Hades, as well as Genie unanswered, right? There is going to be one more ink. Oh, no, there's just 1 ink of the Seal Azurite Sea there, so it is just going to be a pass.
Yeah, and that's definitely what the card Pasapon want to draw here. The Demona give him 3 draws, which means a lot of resources here. And, the Blurple Mirror match, you have to, you need the synergy, you need resource to answer back your opponent's field, right?
Yeah, and you know what's the other thing that will win the Blurple Mirror?
Can you pay that?
Hades Infernal Schemer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so Hades Infernal Schemer here, whoever draws it first is going to make such an impact on that game. You are going to be able to just start sending characters into the inkwell. But at the same time, I feel like because you are limited with the number of Hades you have in your deck, right? So whoever kind of plays the first Hades has more chances of kind of losing out in the Hades war.
Yeah, and I believe that both players plays 4 copies of Hades Infernal Schemer for sure, right?
Yeah, for sure. So we are going to start things off by sending Elsa into the inkwell with Let It Go. Getting rid of that pesky evasive card is going to allow Luca to start questing aggressively with that Genie Wish Fulfilled on his side of the field. We are going to be inking, I think that's the 4th Let It Go. I believe he's inked 3 and
another Let It Go.
Used 1. So he's gonna use a Demona on his own side. This actually locks up Pasapon's Demona. Yeah, you aren't able to actually get ready the Demona at the start of your turn because of her Stone by Day ability.
Yeah, really good tempo for Luca here. Not only, get rid of the Elsa, the Belle, and also, the Demona draw into the unknown and wipe out all the Pasapon's board. It's like insane.
Yeah, you are starting from ground zero here as Pasapon, right? You have a lot of ink, but you don't have any characters left on your side of the field. You have 3 cards to work with next turn, so there is a chance where Pasapon can start utilizing Hades Infernal Schemers if he has them, but here he is going to be drawing Demona Betrayer of the Clan as a way to start trading, having advantageous trades, right? Because it's a 4 cost, it's got a 4/6, and it's also got Challenger +2. It's an incredibly well-statted card. But yeah, Demona being able to ready there, Luca means that Luca only had, I think, 2 cards before.
Less than 3 cards.
Yeah, less than 3 cards.
Yeah.
I must have miscounted there.
Yeah, and I mean, this Demonas might be a card like Pasapon want to play here, not bad, because it is good challenger and you can trade into Luca's field, which your board just got wiped out, but and the guidebook really gives him some synergy for the next turn. So yeah, Pasapon is still on the game, not really, way far behind Lucas.
Yeah, and look, you can't count Blurple out until it's over.
Yeah.
Right. So here, Luca is going to be putting 3. Is going to be swinging with both the Elsa as well as the Demona into Pasapon's Demona Betrayer of the Clan there. So going to be, I think, still very advantage for the side of Luca here, even though he did start second.
Yeah, for sure. And that genies get infinity value here. The genies don't get, just staying on the board and quest and quest and quest. Really good 2-lore quester.
Yep, that is true. We are going to see Pasapon here start things off by popping that junior guidebook, and I finally see an Hades Infernal Schemer. Right, so here is the important turn for Pasapon. Pasapon, I think, will likely use his Elsa to get rid of Luca's Elsa on his side of the field, and then potentially drop that Hades Infernal Schemer to get rid of either the Demona Scourge of the Wyvern Clan or the Genie Wish Fulfilled.
Yeah, and I mean like I don't mind to get rid of the genie because it's a too low cresta and also it's an evasive character which is hard to deal with. Once Demona swing into your any characters, you can challenge into him for the back, but like you can't
Ooh.
really punish the genie. And now Passapon is saying let it go with the Elsa.
Yeah, that is gross. I mean, you're able not only to get the tempo back onto your favor as well, but you are also able to sing Let It Go. You're also able to swing into Lucas Genie, and you're also able to establish more board control for your side of the field, right? You are playing. I think that is his third Demona Betrayer of the Clan that we've seen all game. Keeping the Hades for something more important, a more important target, perhaps something like another Genie Wish Fulfilled.
I mean, like I like Pasapon's lines here because dropping a Hades is like yeah, you deal with something, but your board is not wide enough, and the Demona, the betrayer of the clan, is really doing good in the challenge, right?
Okay, so this is what I mean. This is kind of getting exciting for me, right? Because you see the first Hades Infernal Schemer, and this is what Pasapon was waiting for. He was waiting for Luca to play his Infernal Schemer so that he can play his own. So
Hades.
there we go. A Hades Infernal Schemer does drop on Pasapon's side of the field, does immediately send Dumbo into the inkwell there. But there's only one card left in Pasapon's hand. I hope this is... Oh, this is the Dumbo. It's a pretty good target here. We are going to see the Elsa trigger Dumbo's ability. So we're going to see Exert, draw one, tap one. Right, and then we're going to see a trade of the Elsa into the Demona here. Pasapon going to feel pretty good about this. Unless Luca draws into his second Hades Infernal Schemer.
Yeah, now Pasapon is winning the evasive war again, yeah? He gets all the evasive character on his board, and now Lucas has non-evasive character on his board, which is not really a good news for him, but like, Pasapon is run out of his resources, and Dumbo really do a lot of things to this.
Yeah, I mean, Luca has, 2 cards left in his hand, not many options that he can do with this evasive board. You have hit the nail on the head, RJ. Luca needs to find a way to deal with both of Pasapon's evasive characters that are currently on the field. This is a blurple matchup, guys. If you're just joining us, there's 70 minutes on the clock. Right, we have 18 minutes down. This is a best of 3, and we are here in the top 4 match of the Taipei DLC. Blurple Mirror is happening on this side of the field, and on the other side we have Blue-Green versus Blurple. No dogs. Once again, I'm still in utter shock, by the way. Still in utter shock.
You pointed out again and again and again.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fact, man. I really thought Dogs was going to win this entire thing, but no. Anyways, we are back in the game, so Luca is going to be exerting 5 ink to play Elsa, the 5th Spirit, on his side. I do expect to see him exerting the Dumbo, but I just wondered if there's a way for him to get that one more damage counter onto the Dumbo so that Pasapon can't start just using breaking records and making history non-stop.
Yeah, and now Luca is Luca is exerting the Hades, which can swing 2 Hades into the Hades Infernal Schemer, taking the board, and now play an extra Royal Guard, which like doing something.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is a scary board, right? Because I mean, if Luca at the end of the day gets a Junior Work Chart guidebook, you pop the guidebook, and then suddenly your Royal Guard becomes like a 4/2. So you are able to get
giant octopus.
Yeah, I mean, you are able to get really advantageous trades with something like that. So I do like the Royal Guard drop there, but I think Pasapon here. Starting to gain value from the Dumbo, starting to gain value from making some history, hoping to make some history here in the Taipei DLC. He has 3 cards left in his hand. I do wonder if he will use the Elsa to take a trade into the Hades, looking for a deal here. Nope, he is going to be making some history. Does trigger Dumbo's ability there. We are going to be tapping 5 for another Elsa. Getting rid of the Royal Guard here would be pretty big.
Yeah, and now Passport is building a evasive board, which Lucas is pretty hard to do it, and dropping down another treasure card, which can get rid of Lucas. He's looking for a deal, which means really big here, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, the board advantage is now swung in favor of of Pasapon. I mean, Luca is ahead in lore, but there's the second Infernal Schemer that Luca was desperately trying to look for. I don't expect, the Luca to be questing here. It's a little bit too risky, seeing that Pasapon has ways to kind of deal with the Elsa, but on the converse side, Pasapon, I think, is really free to start questing with his Elsa, to start kind of closing the gap in his lore. Bad news, though, he doesn't have Dumbo anymore.
Yeah, and I did see that Passport owns the Demona on his hand, but like, I don't know, is it a good turn to drop it down and Passport say yes? Yes, of course it is.
Yeah, I mean, look, now Pasapon will be able to get rid of the Elsa, the fifth spirit, on Lucas' side of the field. The downside is that you are going to be... Ooh, hold up. Into the Unknown being sung here. That is one of two copies that Pasapon plays. Manages to draw into it, sends the Infernal Schemer straight into the Inkwell. We are going to use Cheshire Cat here to swing into Luca's Infernal Schemer. I do expect to see a boost coming soon. Boost could go over to the side of Elsa, the fifth spirit here. We are going to be shifting too. We are going to be double swinging the Elsas into Lucas' Elsas. Now, the tempo has swung completely to the side of Pasapon.
What a turn for Passport. Lucas Field got totally wiped
Annihilated right here.
No more character on Lucas Field now. It's like, oh, it feels so good for Passport, and it feels like desperately for Lucas.
Yeah. Luca is not in the best of shape. The good thing is that he does have 3 cards in hand to work with. Before, he had none, so he was only playing off the top of his deck. He managed to draw into Sail the Azurite Sea, so he's at least able to get a cantrip, able to draw a card just by playing the Azurite Sea. We are going to see the third Hades Infernal Schemer here, as well as an Iago. Those are 2 pretty big boys. We are so Luca's not gonna feel too bad about that, but seeing Dumbo there ain't the best feeling.
Yeah, Dumbo making history with Elsa here, feeling so good for Passport, giving his affinity, resource, and synergy, which, whoa, draw into the Genie!
Genie Wishfield drawing Pasapon a card. He is going to use Swordplay to get rid of the Iago. This is what I'm talking about. This is the advantage that Pasapon has over Luca. He has an action card that is able to target his opponent's Iago, getting rid of it, vanishing.
Vanish!
The Iago from the board here. Pasapon, in full control of this game, has so many cards on his side of the field. Luca decides, nope, that is it. It is yours. You deserve it. I can't answer this white of a board.
That's going to the next game for Lucas. Like, oh, what a game for Pasapon.
What a game for Pasapon. I mean, look, this Blurple matchup is really, really swinging. I mean, both players looked as if they were in control at different points of the game. And I mean, I find it so interesting that even though Pasapon was able to take his deck out for the Dogs matchup, he was able to deal and have different answers for Luca, right? I mean, the sword play there that we saw at the end of the turn really was the nail in the coffin. I mean, Luca doesn't have a card like that to deal with Pasapon's Iagos.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I thought that Passapon's build is like for the Dogs, and maybe he don't get that much advantage in the mirror match. But like, yeah, he did it.
Yeah, he did it. I mean, for sure, right? Pasapon also only plays 2 Let It Goes, which, you know, I don't know, if I was playing in this DLC, I probably would have done like a 3-3 split of Let It Go as well as Into the Unknown. So seeing that he's done a 2-4 split of Let It Go to Into the Unknown means that he was planning on playing against more aggressive decks, right? Because Into the Unknown is cheaper, but you are able to get rid of cards which are exerted. Whereas Let It Go can get rid of cards which are readied, right? So that is the key difference between Pasapon's deck and Luca's deck. Luca's deck has 4 Let It Goes and 2 Into the Unknowns.
Yeah, and now let's dive into the second game of the Blur Pro Mirror match. If you are new here, we are in the Taipei decisive Lorcana Challenge in the top 4 games, and now Passpon is on a 1-point lead against Lucas, and this is the Blur Pro Mirror match, which both players are really well played. You know, piloting the deck so well here, and yeah, they already secured the golden Mickey for them. Yeah,
That's right. So they are playing for Cloud. They are playing for the uncut sheet. They are playing for the full set of cards from Winter Spell. And I must say, it's a really pretty set to have.
yeah, and I have to remind that you have the invite for the champion.
Yeah, you do have top 16 gets you the invite for the for the challenge. For the championship later on in the year. But we are going to kick things off here for round number 2. Luca is on the play. Pasapon is on the draw. Both players having a pretty standard start. You know, we have Basil here for Pasapon, and we have Royal Guard for the side of Luca. Luca is going to... Ooh! Misses ramp! That is huge for the Blur Pro Mirror. We are going to see Sail the NYC from Pasapon. Pasapon immediately takes advantage of this, is going to swing into the Royal Guard as well. And having no units on the board means that Pasapon right now with 1 more ink has the slight advantage.
Definitely not in the favor of Luca. It's like so crucial to miss the ramp in Blur Pro Mirror match. It's like... desperately.
You're not even missing just the ramp. You're missing any kind of 3-drop. You don't even have a Cheshire Cat to play. If you had ramp, you had Cheshire. Sorry, if you missed ramp, you have Cheshire. You're kind of okay here. But Luca doesn't even have Genie. Plays Iago against Iago. If Pasapon has swordplay here, it's over. It's so that the tempo is just so much in favor of Pasapon.
Yeah, it's not really over, but like it's desperately for Passpon, right? Yeah, I mean, like for Lucas, it's so good for. Oh no! Here comes the Elsa, the 5th spirit, which means that Lucas can't leave any character on his field.
I mean, that feels horrible. I mean, Pasapon was on the draw here, yet he reaches his Elsa, the 5th spirit first. This is the difference between having ramp and not having ramp.
Yeah, even Lucas is going first here. Passpon going to the 5 inks first. It's like, it's feeling so bad for Lucas. Your Iago just, stay at the 1 turn and down.
Yeah, I mean, look, Luca here is going to play an Elsa, the 5th spirit on his turn, is going to be swinging the Elsa into the Iago, gets rid of the Iago here. Pasapon needs to find a way, finds the Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat is huge. Going to be able to boost Cheshire Cat here. Going to shift 2 damage counters over to the Elsa from Lucas' side. And his own Elsa are going to be able to quest freely here.
I mean, like, Pasapon got the hand what he actually, want, right? And I did see that there's a guidebook on his hand for the synergy, for the resources.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not sure if no amount of guidebooks here is going to get Luca out of this kind of situation. It's not looking great. He needs to start establishing some characters on the board, whether it be Genie, whether it be Elsa, whether it be looking for Hades, looking for a deal. I mean, there's so many things that Luca needs to find, but he needs to start digging.
I mean, like, there's a guidebook on Pasapon's hand, so he can, not running out the resources, okay? And now, Lucas dropping down the Demona, which doesn't mean a lot for him. It doesn't feel great, right?
Yeah, it does not feel great at all. In fact, if Pasapon here is able to play an Elsa or something to exert... Oh, guess what? You don't need to exert it. You just send it straight into the inkwell.
So good for Pasapon. Everything is played on tempo. Everything is played perfectly for him.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta draw this good for you to be good at the game, Look,
yeah.
Hades, the Infernal Schemer, came out at the right time. I wonder how long Hades has been scheming for this to come out for. But yeah, Luka's just gonna be inking, gonna be playing an Infernal Schemer of his own, sending different character. Sending one of Pasapon's characters into the inkwell, going to be triggering, making history with Elsa, getting more and more resources. Now we see the guidebook that you're talking about, going to be popping the guidebook, going to be drawing 2 more cards here. It is going to be a Basil that is going to be dropped from the side of Pasapon. Hades, Infernal Schemer, going to be questing here, bringing Pasapon up to 5.
Yeah, Passapon really got, good follow-up here, playing the Dumbbos, playing the guidebooks to get more synergy, and now setting up the basil for the coming up turn to, support your character, make the challenge into your opponent's field, right? Yeah, it's like, everything is on Passapon's plan.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, look, it may not be Passapon's plan, but it's definitely Hades' scheme, right? It's all part of the scheme here. We are going to see Luca drop down. It's his Elsa, the fifth spirit here, is going to likely exert. I think the Basil here is not a bad choice. Yeah, there we go. The Basil is going to be exerted. Hades' Infernal Schemer on his side of the field, going to be getting rid of that Basil. 2 damage is going to land onto that Hades, and it's just going to be a pass. I don't know, man. I would have probably swung with the Elsa instead.
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, look, if you swing with the Elsa, then Passamon could use his Dumbo, I guess. So just try to keep some of his own evasive characters safe for when he does draw into the Dumbo. Interestingly, seeing the sword play being played here means that Elsa is going to be able to swing for 5. And guys, sword play. This is a new card coming out from Winter Spell. Chosen character will get 3 challenger plus 3 this turn, meaning that the Elsa could swing for 5, but no, now I know why the sword play is being played, because he has got a Demona.
Into the unknown, into the Demona. This, like, everything is on Passapon's plan, Hades' scheme.
Yeah,
right?
Hades is all part of Hades' scheme, man. I mean, he's going to quest for 2. He's going to swing and get rid of Luca's Elsa here. Not going to be exerting the Dumbo. Choosing to play the slightly safer route, leaving Luca with only a Genie wish fulfilled.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so bad for Lucas here. But, like, he's still in the game, right? You can't tell who will win until the end of the Blurple mirror match.
Yeah, Blurple. I mean, we saw how that match swung earlier in game 1, right? It was first Passapon's game, then it was Lucas' game, then it was Passapon's game, it was Lucas' game. But now we are 7 lore. We have a 7 lore difference for Passapon, right? The board state looks so much better for the side of Passapon as well. Luca here, a little behind, but does manage to play another Elsa. So exerting the Dumbo there. I'm interested to see what Luca has in mind. He's going to play a Cheshire Cat of his own here. Gonna use the Genie Wish Fulfilled to swing into Passapon's Elsa, and then gonna boost the Cheshire Cat to get rid of Passapon's Evasive. And this is what I mean. It's not over till it's over.
Yeah, and really good turn for Lucas here, playing the Genies, playing the Cheshire Cat. Get rid of all of the evasive character, and now Lucas win the evasive war, right?
That's right. Blurple is all about the little victories you can get. First Passapon is going to be questing with that Demona Scourge of Wyvern Clan here, knowing that there is no kind of good way for Luca to... Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay.
There's no good way for Luca to swing into the Demona. Passapon here gonna play out his entire hand. Gonna be dropping 3 Royal Guards and 1 Basil.
Octopus.
I mean, yeah, and you don't really want to see that from your Demona, but it is what it is. And now, Passapon gonna be questing with the Hades Infernal Schemer as well, bringing him up to 12. Luca gonna be pretty happy to know that Passapon doesn't have a hand to work with. But having 3 octopus looking at you, octopi looking at you, isn't gonna be
kind
great.
of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it comes to Lucas' turn. You have to, deal with the Demonas and the Hades, which is really big body here. Of course, you can use the ability of the Cheshire Cat to swift the damage into Demonas or Hades, or even the Royal Guard on triple octopus on Passapon's field. But you have to do something, right? Because now Passapon is on the lead of the lore, and Lucas playing Let It Go, get rid of Demona, which means really huge for him, and playing the Basil, which that he definitely don't want to see here. Like, it's not the best, and yeah.
I think it's going to be okay. Luca here going to be shifting 2 damage counters onto that Hades. Going to be double swinging the Genie as well as the Elsa into the Hades, knowing that there's no way for Pasamon to deal with his evasive characters. I think this is a really smart idea. Not going to be exerting the Cheshire Cat. Gets the Elsa though. Elsa is going to be pretty big. Going to be exerting the Cheshire Cat. Going to get rid of that, I believe. Each of the Royal Guards now has 2 strengths. Now that Royal Guard has 4 strength, so the Royal Guard is going to be able to deal with the Cheshire Cat. And I must say, man, what a top deck.
Yeah, and it seems that it's absolutely Pasamon's game on the early game, but now Lucas has somehow make the combat like step by step. Still, Pasamon has the wider boy here with the Elsa with the double octopus and the Basil. Luca has to deal with, but it's come to Luca's top deck games.
Yeah, Luca here gonna be start things off on his turn by questing with the Basil. Gonna give the support to his own Elsa, getting rid of trading rather his Elsas away, knowing that both cards don't have any evades. Both characters don't have any evades. Top deck yet another Elsa of the Fifth Spirit. That is going to be a full quest out from the side of Pasapod, bringing him up to 18.
That's
Luca
huge.
here needs a huge top deck. Needs a Demonic Infernal Schemer instead. It is over. Pasapon gets to the finals here at the Taipei DLC.
What a game.